Hello everybody. Last session we completed our first chapter, Introduction to Computer. Today we will going to learn our second chapter, History and Evolution of Computers. The earliest known device for calculation is abacus. You know very well what is abacus, which 10 bit string into the wires attached to a frame. The abacus used to perform simple calculation in 1642. Blaise Pascal developed the first basic calculator which would do only limited jobs. In 1690, Leibniz developed a machine that could perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and calculate square roots. However, the instructions were hard-coded into the machine and could not be changed once written. We are going to learn in this chapter history and evolution of computer. How does computer start? Before going to start that content, they explain here that what is abacus, who invent it, how we do calculation in earlier days. So Charles Babbage in 1982 built a model called difference engine. What's the name of first engine? Difference engine. His invention could perform calculation without human intervention. Charles Babbage find a model which do calculation without human intervention. After that, in 1833, Babbage designed a machine called analytic engine. Technology for the analytic engine provided base to the technology of modern computers. The analytic engine had arithmetic unit to perform calculations and mechanism to store results and instructions. Because of such contributions, Babbage is known as father of modern day computers. Underline this line. Filling the blanks, this question will become Dash is the father of the modern computers. So Charles Babbage. During late 1940s, John von Neumann found a way to encode instructions in the language. He was the first behind development of the first stored program computer. So, in these two paragraphs, we read the lines regarding abacus, 10 were strung. In 1642, Pascal developed first basic calculator. Today, we working with calculator, simple calculator, scientific calculator. There are different types of calculator. You know very well. So, how to calculate digits? Simple frame. Pascal developed calculator which do only limited job. 1960, Lewis developed a machine that could perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and calculate square roots. First machine calculate these 4 to 5 calculations only. But in 1822, Charles Babbage designed a new model which calculate without human intervention. After that, Babbage designed in 1833 machine called analytic engine. So you know very well when any new thing come in the market, always update that things. You know very well what is mobile. Mobile. Suppose you purchase a new mobile today. After 6 months or after 1 year, new version of that mobile will be in the market. Same way. How computer start? Computer start from simple abacus machine. Then after abacus, develop first a basic calculator. Then it's developed a simple machine, and then John von Neumann found a way to encode instruction in the language. The first person who made the programming for computer was John von. In 1946, J. Fresfer Eckert and John V. Milche invented giant ENIAC machine at the University of Pennsylvania. ENIAC, the full form of this always come into the exam for the exam. Electrical, numerical, integrator and calculator was the first machine to use large number of vacuum tubes. The machinery required a big space and lots of energy to keep it cool. Further, it had punch card input and output. The instructions had to be fed into the machine by way of switches because there was no internal memory within the machine. Figure 2 shows first ENIAC machine. So after that ENIAC machine, generations of computer based on hardware. So we define the generation. You know what is generation? Your grandfather, your father, you, our generation, human generation. Same way, in this chapter, we are going to learn the generation of computer which define on the base of hardware. You know very well what is hardware. Hardware is the parts of computer or peripheral of the computer which we are work to enter the data to see the data. So the classification, computers may be classified into a number of generations. The classification may be based on the hardware technology used in building computer to or based on its application software used. First, we will discuss about the classification of computer considering various hardware. So you must be know the classification of computer is based on its hardware and its application software used. First, we are going to see the generation of computer based on hardware. First generation of computer. The generation period of that first generation is 1945 to 1955. The first generation of computer started with ENIAC. We see about the ENIAC before previous paragraph. It was then followed by the IBM UNIVAC 1, Universal Automatic Computer, built by Menschli and Eckert in 1951. This machine could perform business data processing. Business data processing. The data related to business. Process means work. First machine developed by Mikle and Eckert in 1951 that perform business data processing. The first generation computer used vacuum tubes. You must be underline this line because what things use into the computer, that hardware, we are seeing the computer generation based on its hardware. So the first generation computer used vacuum tubes. Because of vacuum tubes, the first generation computers are very large, required a lot of energy, slow in input output, and suffered with the heat and maintenance problems. Further, the vacuum tubes needed to be replaced often as they had short lifespan. We will see figure 2.1 and 2.2. So you must remember one thing only regarding first generation of computer. In the duration of first generation of computer is 1945 to 1955, and first generation of computer use for first generation of computer is used vacuum tubes. Because of vacuum tubes, what was the disadvantage of its? It store lot of heat and it has a short life. See, this is the ENIAC machine, figure 2.1, the first machine calculate without the human intervention. And vacuum tube, these are the vacuum tubes. It speaks very space. So I hope you clear the first generation of computer. You remember only two things. In first generation of computer using vacuum tube, and the duration of first generation computer is 1945 to 1955. Now second generation of computer is duration is 1955 to 1965. To overcome difficult phase in the first, always new thing come. When new invention come, if any issues are existing product or if any new invent for that product. So what were the disadvantage or what was the bad side of first generation computer? They create so much heat. Vacuum tubes life is very short. Due to it, maintenance is very high. To overcome difficulty faced in the first generation computer due to the use of vacuum tubes, transistors were used in the second generation computer. Transistor is a small component made of semiconductor material. Underline these two lines are important for this paragraph. Second generation computer, transistors are used. How transistor is made? It's made with semiconductor material. These two lines are sufficient for the second generation of computer. Second generation computer duration 1955 to 1965. They are using a transistor, and transistor is made up of semiconductor material. With transistor, the problem of the heat was minimized and computer size was reduced. Of course, because they are using a thousands of vacuum tube for the first generation of computer. And now the vacuum tube was not used for, now they are using transistor. The size comparing to vacuum tubes, transistor is very small. So the computers now could perform operations comparatively faster. The storage capacity was also improved. Instead of working with machine language, now machine could work with higher level language such as Algol and Fortran. These both are the machine high level language. So an example of second generation computer is IBM 620. Now this figure 2.3 shows the transistor. These all are the transistor which they are using. See, these are the vacuum tube. At the comparison of vacuum tube, transistors are small in size. So now third generation of computer, 1965 to 1980. Duration is 15 years. Third generation computer use integrated circuits instead of transistor. First generation vacuum tube, second generation transistor, and third generation integrated circuits. Underline this first line of this paragraph. These circuits are fixed on silicon chips. A silicon chip consumes less than 1/8 of an inch square on which many electronic components like diodes, transistors, capacitors, etc. can be fixed. What is integrated circuits? Integrated circuits is very small than transistors. So this is the integrated circuits. So components are minimized. These computers are smaller, faster, and more flexible in terms of input and output. You know very well what is input and what is output. Input, data given by us to the computer, and output, what we are seeing on the monitor or printer. The generation computers simply satisfy need of a small business. These computers soon become a popular as a mini computers. Examples of third generation computer is IBM 360, PDP-8 and PDP-11 machine. This is a example of integrated circuits. Now fourth generation of computer. Fourth generation of computer in duration is 1989. Fourth generation of computer use VLSI, very large scale integration. Underline this first line. I am again revise first generation vacuum tube, second generation semiconductor, vacuum tube, second generation, transistors, third generation integrated circuits, fourth generation VLSI. Because of this, computers were faster, smaller, and reliable. The fourth generation computers soon involved in interactive general purpose machines that allows rapid application development. This generation computer become more user friendly and can be used widely for personal application. Hence, the machines were called personal computers. The desktop computers, laptop are using VLSI, very large scale integrations. Examples of IBM PC and Apple II. The fourth generation computer also include supercomputers such as Craig series computers. Supercomputers are the best in terms of processing capacity and cost. Yes, these computers can process billions of instructions per second. See the speed of this computer. Billions of instructions per second. They are used for applications which require intensive numerical computers as a work stock analysis, weather forecasting, and other similar complex application. Weather forecasting. How we know that next 2 days the rain will be come? Because of all these things, they are using this type of computer. Now, fifth generation computer is 1989 to till date. The fifth generation computers are further made smarter in terms of processing speed, user friendliness, and connectivity to the network. Network. This is a new word. Networking. Connection between more than one computer. These computers are portable. This is a sufficient for the fifth generation computer. This table evaluates the generation of computer. You must be read this table. Now I'll conclude this session here. Thank you.